All right, so this is Moments of Influence by designer Brad Steffen. It's a 2 to 4 player game. So, how the game works is you have your agents, and you're going to be sending your agents through time. So right now we're all in the present, and we were trying to influence these moments in time by putting our influence tokens on those moments. So let's say you have one influence there, 2 there. He has 1, he has his 3 there, he has his 1 there. I have my 1 here, my 2, something like this. Once all of the moments have been influenced, we will total up our score, and whoever has the highest score wins. So my score would be 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. So my score would be 5. Yours would be 1 plus 1 plus 2, 4. Jacob's would be 2 plus 3 plus 1, 7. And then if you did not use your special action tokens, which are the P and the J, P for protect and J for jump, you would get 1 point for each of those as well. So if you don't use your special action tokens during the game, you'll get a point for that. So technically the score would be 9 to 7 to 6 in that case, if none of us used our special action tokens. So that's how you play the game. The game will end again when there's an influence in each of the moments in time. So how we're trying to do that is, on your turn, you're going to be activating all 6 of your agents. And whenever you, so you'll line up your control tokens out here. So we'll just go through this round phase player aid, and hopefully that helps us here. So in player order, expend 1 control token or discard the jump token. Your special action is jump. For each point on that token, move an agent 1 moment. The jump token moves 1 agent to any assigned control token. The phase ends when all available control. So at the beginning of the game, we all start in the present. So if I were to spend my 1 in the first turn, I can move from the present 1 space back in time. So now my agent is here. If I spent my 2, I can move here, etc. I could, on my first turn, spend the 1 to move the agent here, then spend my 2 to move this agent here. I don't have to keep bringing agents in if I don't want to. I can move agents that are already on the timeline. So you can see that it's going to be harder to get control tokens later on, or earlier in the timeline, as it may be. Once we've all spent our control tokens that we have here, which we will also be putting on during the game, so we'll get fewer actions later in the game. Once we've all spent the control tokens we have, so let's say I go here, I put 1 agent there and 1 agent there. You put 1 here, 2 here, 1 here, 1 here. Brian puts 1 here, 1 here. Anywhere starting with the start player, I may nominate 1 opposing agent in a shared moment. So I share a moment with you, so I will nominate you to be kicked out. You can also nominate me to be kicked out, and then we're both kicked out. Or you can choose to nominate Brian here in this location. So we're all going to choose 1 agent in a shared moment to not to get kicked out. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's protect. You can use your once per game ability to say, no, I don't want that agent kicked out of there. That's a once per game. Again, if you don't use it, you're going to get a victory point at the end of the game for not using it. All agents that get kicked out get returned to their supply. So I kick you out, you kick Brian out, Brian doesn't kick anybody out. Or let's say Brian kicked one of yours out there too. Okay. Everybody got returned to their supply. Control phase. From earliest to latest, check each moment for control. So I have control of this. Influence is calculated as possible. I would have control of this moment. Now, if in a previous round I gain control of like this moment here, then influence would be calculated 1 for each agent in this moment, 1 for each control token in this moment, and 1 for each control token in a previous moment. So here I would have 2 influence there because I have a 2. And then let's say Brian had 3 there, so he would have 3, and I would have 1 plus 1 in a previous control. I would have 2, he'd have 3, so he would take control of that moment. Player with the highest influence may place 1 of the control tokens in that moment. In case of a tie, control of the moment does not change. Otherwise, if I already had a control there and somehow he had 4 and he beat my 1, 2, 3, I would lose my 1 and he would put his whatever one he wants on there. You could put whichever control token you want on a space when you win control.
So the lower number are previous moments. You're looking at the lower number or the higher number?
That's a good question. +1 for control token in a previous moment. I don't know the answer to that.
What's the starting number? Is the starting number 11?
Starting number is 11.
But if you're going based on timeline, this is.
Yeah, technically that's previous in time, but this is. So I don't know the answer to that.
My guess would be previous. Like if we're at 7, then it'd be 8.
It just says previous moment. So I don't know if that. I guess we'll just pick a direction and count that direction. It just says previous in the rules, so I don't know if that's. I agree with you. Previous, I would assume would be earlier in the timeline, right?
Because it's harder to get earlier in the timeline.
Yeah, so it's probably earlier in the timeline. It just says previous in the rules. Anyway, so that's how you play the game, and then again, the game ends once every moment has a control token. In the event of a tie at the end of the game, the tie player that controls the most moments wins. If there's still a tie, the tie player that controls the lowest numbered earliest moments on the timeline wins. Okay. All right, so I guess I'll go first. So I will spend my. Let's do this. I'll spend my 2 and place an agent on the 10. So, Jacob.
Alright. 3.
I'll use my 1. Boom. I'm going to take control of moment 11.
We'll use 2.
And use my 2.
I'm going to use my 1.
And the jump token was.
It lets you jump to a place where you have a control token. So in the first round, it's not going to happen.
Oh, where you have control.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I did not make these very straight. Also, your agents will stay on if they're on the board at the end of the round. So
2.
I'm going to use my 3.
I will use my 1. I'll use my 3.
How many rounds are there?
Keep going until there is a control of each
every
thing, so it's going to go for a while.
Okay.
Use 1.
And I'll use my last one to do 2. I'll put that one there.
I'll use the 1 to. It's. Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know if that's the best move or not.
Alright. Now, ejection phase. In player order, nominate 1 opposing agent in a shared moment. So, I'll nominate this one.
Yeah.
And you can nominate either these 2 or one of these 2. You can use your once per game protect.
Yeah, it's too early to do that.
Probably too early for that.
Yeah, so that just goes away.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. But you're still considered to share, like if that was your last one there, you could still nominate me. So, which one of these 2 do you want to eject?
Oh, I'll,
Wait, so he had 2 on there?
Yeah.
So he gets to eject 1 from that one or that one?
No, yeah, either one he wants to eject from, yeah.
Why either one?
Because he can, anywhere you share a space with someone.
I'll eject from there.
You can do 1 eject from anywhere you share a space with someone.
Yeah, you get 1 choice of an ejection from a place you.
Yeah, each player can eject 1 opposing agent from any moment where their own agents are present. This happens in 3 steps. First, nominate, so we both nominate. Then, choose to protect. Then, eject them. So, yep. All right. Now, control phase from earliest to latest. So, the earliest in the timeline
is here.
Yes. So, you have taken control of timeline moment 2.
Yeah.
Which control token do you want to put there? Yeah, so you flip them over and figure out which one you want to put there.
What happens when I put my control token there?
Then you lose that movement.
You lose that movement, but that's how many points it's worth if nobody takes control of it. So if you feel, I mean, the 2 is going to be hard for one of us to take control of. So you might, okay, you're going to put your 1 there. All right, here.
Do you have to?
Yes, that's how you win the game, is get control tokens on the board. We're tied here, and I have this one. Okay, turn 2.
I think you would have got them both if I would have taken that off. Though.
Yes, but then I would only have 3 actions this round.
Yeah. All right.
So we're back to the time travel phase.
Do I get a point if nothing's there?
Yes, as long as your control token's still there. Yes.
How do you get rid of a control token?
If I get 2 guys, or if I get enough influence there, then I would take control. You count the influence by number of control tokens plus number of your agents there. So if I were to get 3 agents there, I would take control of that.
That's a lot of things.
Yeah, it's
It is
unlikely.
the number
That's what I'm
of
saying.
the control token?
No, just a
The
control
number of
token,
control tokens.
a control token, and the control token in the previous moment.
Okay.
The one higher.
It's
than
just
that.
+1, even if it's a
Just
3.
plus one
It's
of it,
just,
yeah.
okay, yeah. I see it now.
Where did Jacob go?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yep. Sorry, yeah, I placed my 3. Moved a guy on me.
Okay, Brian probably did the right strategy, but that's okay.
He did the same thing I just wouldn't do.
Go get him.
I should have just fought him for it. Yeah, go get him and leave you.
I'm just gonna clean up all this junky, easy
Yeah.
stuff. Let you guys go get the hard fight for the hard stuff.
I don't think it's worth it. There's nothing that's worth going after my 2 points. So you get bonus points by having them up farther?
Now we can put your 3 there and you can...
I think it is the second tiebreaker, yes. But you could have put your 3 there because it's hard for us to knock it off.
So as if we're fighting to fill everything here and then everything...
All right, let's do 3.
Good phone.
I assume you're gonna move up here.
Yes, I am now. I'll go 2.
You could eject me, and I'll eject you. Brian's gonna be like,
yeah.
I'm gonna set myself up to eject Brian this time. All right, fine. There, are you happy?
No.
You can move up to the spaces, by the way. I didn't say that, but if you flip over 2, you can choose to only move 1 if you want.
We'll move him on. My 1. Space is getting crowded.
That's my strategy.
So the jump gives you an extra move.
Yeah, so on my next turn, I can still move if I want to use my jump to here
Yeah.
or to here. It'd be very valuable for Brian because he could jump all the way here.
What? I could jump all the way there.
Yeah, you can use your jump to wherever you have
where
the
control
control
token is.
It's a once per game.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, when your control token's where there, it's amazing.
But I'll wait to see what he's doing. He can't get up there though.
As far as he goes there right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand by 2 to go Right there.
Now, I still have a jump token, and so do all of us, but I assume the round ends. It's not clear on whether we all have to pass before the round ends.
Wait, when can you...
Phase ends when all available control tokens are expended.
Okay,
so yes, you must use your jump.
You have to use your jump before you use your last
before you use your last control.
Alright, so that's the end of the phase. Alright. Nominate phase. You're first to nominate.
I will nominate...
Dude.
Well, I mean, you know, nobody else that...
Blue.
Which one? This one or one of these?
This one.
No.
You're nominating
agent. You have to kick an agent out. You can't kick a control agent out.
Oh, this one.
I'll do this one.
Oh, are you kidding?
Do you want to protect one?
Two. I still got both of them, so no.
Okay. So now we assign. So this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4,
stay.
so that's going to stay. This one, we all have 1, so it's not going to change. You get this one.
No, I have 2, right? Because I haven't counted the agents here, right?
No, just control tokens earlier, not agents earlier. Just a control token, and it hasn't scored yet, so you're not.
I should have protected that guy.
What are you putting on there?
I should have protected him. Or we'll
Wait, does that go
do.
to me?
We're here first.
I thought it goes.
Okay. That's 1 to 1, so it's not going to change. No, yeah, it's 1 to 1. It's not going to change. And actually 1 to 1 to 1 because we all have 1 there. This blue gets that one. Oh wait, I don't know why I took that off. Blue gets that one.
That's interesting. You have when you. I'm guessing when you play, you have to move that many spaces. You can't move less.
You can move less. Yes, it said you can move less.
Okay.
I just looked at it.
All right.
And right here.
Some permanent stickers here.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I scraped off my nail polish.
These are cheap things.
Oh, my nail polish scraped off.
All right.
Oh.
Next round.
I'm going with 2.
I'm gonna use my jump. I might regret this.
I'm also going to use my jump. You can move back in the timeline?
Yes. Yep.
You can.
Yeah, you can move either direction in the timeline.
Bring it 2.
As far as I know, yeah.
Jump to each point to move an agent.
Yeah, one space. Yeah, you can move either direction. Just obviously at the beginning of the game, you can only.
Yeah.
Because you start in the present, you can't go that way.
Okay. Did you go chicken?
Yep.
I'm going to use my jump.
As far as I know, I can't find anything that says you can't move either direction.
It makes sense that you could.
Alright, I'm going to use my 1.
I really want that 3, huh? That's a good one to have.
My turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just blanked out on.
Man, if you can go backwards, I would take the 6.
I will go.
Nobody else can take it.
I'm going to use my 2 to move from there.
I'm going to use my 1 to move. Here.
I use my 3 to move here. All right. Ejection time. Who do you want to eject? This one or one of these three?
Let me share. Obviously the blue because
I'll protect that one.
Okay.
that 11 is all yours.
I'll eject, I guess, this one, 'cause that's kind of the only one I could do. Do you want to protect it?
No.
Okay.
I don't care
And
about
then
that
do you
one.
want to
And
protect?
then
He's going to eject
I
this one. Do you want
eject
to
the one
protect
I
it or
can't
not?
eject.
No, I don't care about this.
Okay. All right. So nothing changed here. Blue takes control of that one. I think this is. I think it's the game gonna end, right?
I think so.
I take control of this one because I have 1, 2.
I thought we were doing.
No,
I
it
thought
is
we were
that way.
doing
Shoot.
after.
I
Yeah.
was thinking I took control of
Yeah.
that. Dang it. I thought I got that. I missed that. Okay, blue gets control of that one. And I get control of this one. And that's the end of the game. So there is a control token in every single spot in the timeline. So add up the scores. Yellow, 3, 4, plus he has both, not his jump, 5.
Just
Green, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 9. Blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
So 3 wins.
So getting the most control, I put the ones out there because I figured I was trying to take over one, but